you're supposed to be a writer. You just said you write books. Girls need to express themselves. You're very intuitive. Your dreams tell you a lot, so you need to listen to your dreams and write your dreams down. Because you're born around the same time of people like Wendy Williams. He's July 13th. I remember, brother. Kevin Hart, Michael Basin, 50 Cent, whole bunch of cancers. Whole bunch of cancers out there, but cancers are water connected to the moon, and you need to work that moon energy. That moon energy is good. And when the moon is full, y'all love that full moon. Something about that full moon. I seen him do a video in the dark one time. Now see, the full moon must have been out. That brother was doing it. You know? But I need a couple. Any other couples that want me to work them? Y'all want to work? Oh, you want to work? Wait. August 30th. Oh, wow. Look at this. Interesting. She loves education. It's a Capricorn. All right? You're a Virgo, right? That's the two earth signs work very well together. Always remember that. They work very well together. And you say the 30th? The 3 and the 6 works very well also, but they're multiple of each other. But remember, she has the 15, so she likes her freedom every now and then. She needs to be to herself in her own head. So just in her own head. She born the same day as Martin Luther King. Gotta respect that, you know. I have a dream. You know how that works. Very hard-headed sometimes. They're very hard-headed. All they have to do, they're just very strong, forceful people, but they make things happen. But she will make things more happen in balance and harmony for the household. She brings that balance. You've been through extreme life with your number 3. You need to write or do music or do something that expresses. Don't hold yourself in. Don't try to let him stop talking. He needs to let it out. And if he can't let it out, he needs to write it out. Because he went through a lot in his life to get where he's at today. Because every time I see that 0, I know there was an extremities in your life. You know? How was you in your relationship with your father? Good. Kevin, how's your mom? That's why I'm asking that question. Resolve that issue. Just start to work it out. You just start to show forgiveness. And with you, whatever happened in your life, number 6, I always tell them, forgive people. Whoever hurt you in your life, because forgiveness is the highest form of healing. And make sure you have the Creator in the middle of your relationship. That's the foundation of forgiving all that hurt you. Mom, that's your belly button. Don't you ever forget that. It can be better, make it better. That's how we do it. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. You are number 19, Sagittarian. Y'all like to spread your wings. Y'all need to get out and do your thing, first and foremost. As a number 19, business oriented, always propelled to the top. You need to run your own business. If you're working at a job, start your own business at the side. The 1 and the 9 is 2 fire numbers, so you have the propensity to do whatever you want to do. The only reason you probably didn't do it is because you felt always limited in certain things. And it's probably money that limit you most of the time. Probably money, but also you had secret haters throughout your life. People that didn't like you. And you gotta be careful when you tell your secrets to people, because they'll try to use it against you. Because your alignment numbers are number 4. 4 deals with that restriction, deals with secret haters and all that kind of stuff. And also worrying too much, second guessing yourself. You're shaking your head, you know what I'm saying? Second guessing yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. Also pay attention to your eyesight. Stay away from spicy food because you have the 9 energy with you. Also drink a lot of water. Drink at least half your body weight in water of ounces. Very important that you do this. Because you're Sag, and Sag deals with that fire energy, then you got those fire numbers, so there's a lot of fiery things. You gotta be careful of skin rashes and all that kind of stuff, and anything be careful where you're going in the subways and all that. If somebody's sneezing, get away from them, because you might pick it up real quick, whatever it is. Because see how you're doing, baby. So you understand what I'm saying? And as a Sagittarius, you shared, Frankie Crocker's birthday was yesterday. You got Richard Pryor, was December 1st. Cicely Tyson is also, yes, right. Also, you have Jamie Foxx, you have Jay-Z, you have all these people that are Sag. They love entertainment. Y'all love to entertain, but a lot of stuff you like to keep to yourself a lot too. You like to keep to yourself. You'll host a good party, that's for sure, when you was into it. You know? Anybody else? I will come to you next. Sure, no, you're not here. That's all right. August. Now he May 18th, Taurus Bull, and you're August 6th, which is interesting. Now this is a working relationship. It has to work. You can tell you got to work it out because you're dealing with earth and you're dealing with fire. Got to work. It got to work. It got to. He's usually there for your foundation. You love what connects you is that his bull earth energy is connected to your earth number, which is a 6. So you love education, you love to learn, you love that, you love to help people, you love to be of service to people. He's a number 18, in his day, he thought he was God's gift to women. Like, better than ice cream, you know what I'm saying? Because what happens, number 9s usually, a person born under that number usually have a very good self-esteem. They don't really care what nobody says. If you turn them up, they will argue down to the real nitty-gritty. Oh, is that right? He'll get busy with it. And sometimes that collides with you, that collides. But y'all need to learn, but like I said to them, put the creator in the middle and learn how to work the relationship. If y'all came to me for consultation, I'll show you how this thing really works. But at the real root of it is understanding who your creator is and how to work those energy, because all the elements in the universe work together. Why are we not working together? Now, some of them you're supposed to be in business with. Some you're never supposed to have sex with. Sometimes you messed up and have sex with people you wasn't supposed to have sex with. And that's the problem. So they were supposed to be in your life just for that thing, not to go any extra mileage with it. So you have to understand where everybody's perspective is supposed to be. That's what I read. That's what I do your consultation. I break it all down to you with your name and your birthday, the life path. I go 4, 5, 10 years if I have to. Now that I'm reading and predicting it, I'm just giving you a roadmap. I'm like a GPS. If you put in the wrong address, you go the wrong way. That's all I'm doing. Just letting you know that. All right? You last one before we bring on that. What's your birthday, sister? April 5th. And you have somebody or you? Number 5. They don't want nobody. They need to be to themselves. Because what happens, no man can really keep them. Because if they're too clingy, they run. She don't like a clingy Negro. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you need to travel, you know that. You love to travel, you love to be able, you don't want nobody telling you where to go and how to do this and where I can wear this and I don't want. You need your own room if you're with somebody. Say, look, I need my own room. You can dress yours. I can put my room up together, you can put your room together, and then we have a love-making room, and that's it. That's just the number 5. My son is the number 5. I know how to work now. But what would be the compatible sign? The compatible sign is somebody that will just, because 5 usually get along with everybody. But you're also a Leo, right? Yeah, Aries or Leo? Aries. The fire sign usually works well with the air signs, better on a fire sign. If you want to buck heads, you got to be careful of fire. But the air sign is there to work with you. But if a person don't understand that you need your freedom, you don't want no clean. So I would say either get with a person like a number 3, okay, so they popular like that. But I would say, make sure you get with somebody that would, I say get with a air sign, like I said, and get with another. What is the air sign? Air sign can be Libras, it can be, sometimes they can be lazy as hell, you gotta watch them. I'm sorry, they could be lazy, they could be, I'm not saying all of them, but they could be. But either Libras, Aquarians, Geminis, you know, people that will let you be free. Geminis are probably good because they let you be free. They let you be yourself. They freaks? Oh, I thought she said, I thought she said they're free. Yes, they are. Never mind, I'm sorry. All right, I'll you up for that. But I'm just letting her know what she needs to do, you know what I'm saying? But again, that creator got to be in the middle of this, you know, because it's going to be hard to hold you down. And you a strong woman. Aries are the lead signs. Y'all the number 1s. Y'all do y'all thing. Just be careful of your head. Be careful of your nerves. Get some rest. Get to sleep at night. Sometimes you stay up late and your mind always thinking. You're shaking your head. Because you always awake. 5 always thinking so much. My son, he just tell him, son, he be up all night. Like, yo, I can't get no sleep, Pops. What's going on here? Y'all just like that. One more, man. I see y'all here.
Me too. Shalom. Shalom. I'm like the Hebrews. Give me I'm a Cancer.
Cancer. When you birthday?
July 17th.
17th. Money maker. But the 1 deals with creativity, 7 deals with spirituality. So I'm not doubtful why you're in what you're in, because you need that spirituality. And like I said to the sister about cancers, pay attention to your dreams. Your revelations come through your dreams, and you know this. And the more you drink water, the more you can remember water is the natural conduit between heaven and earth. That's why we have so much of it in our bodies. We got to remember how to use this water. We got 80-something% in our bodies. When it leaves our body dry up. It's that connection with water. Water is very important.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
As a cancer, what you feel from my aura, how do I commune with a woman as a cancer?
Well, you're Cancer 17. Now, with the 8s, I have to tell y'all because y'all like to debate.
Okay.
And women some women can't take that. You know, I'm just letting you know. 8s are usually better off working with number 6s. Very well working with some number 6s, and sometimes 4. In certain systems of numerology, they say 4 and 8 are disastrous, but that's not true. If you like Barack Obama and his wife, she's born January 17th, Barack is August 4th. It's a power couple. So you need a woman that's going to help foster and help you lay out your power. That's why she is so important to Barack Obama. She gave Barack that power. She validated Barack, to tell you the truth. That 17 energy, because she's the background. I don't know what the pillow talk is, but I know it's something else between those two.
It's deep that you're saying that because my oldest son was born September 17th, okay? My middle son was born December 17th.
Oh, that's it.
My sister was born December 17th. My brother was born April 17th. And I was born July 17th.
You got a money-making family.
And I was born the 7th month, the 17th day, 76.
Oh, see, you'd have to come to me. We got to do some counseling, bro. We got to talk because you got a lot going on in this family. One more. You.
May 11th, you already know.
Same day as Minister Farrakhan. Okay. Very intuitive. I say you drink a lot. You should drink water, but you also have to be careful of your surroundings because 11 is a master number. You can accomplish what you want to accomplish, and you usually see deep into things. The Creator allows you to see deeply into things and read people fast.
Yeah.
You notice that, right?
Yes.
Be able to read people fast, but you have to be careful because 11 also have to watch out for the treachery of other people. Like people, you need loyal people around you. Because you have that 11 number. And then of course you being a Taurian, you need that foundation. You need that people, you need people security. You always need that. Any man that come in there, they better be secure with what they gotta be secure with themselves, they gotta be secure with their pockets, they gotta be secure with their houses, they gotta be secure with land, they gotta be secure with, I'm just letting you know how much security they need. My brothers and sisters, I am gonna get out of here. Thank y'all very much. Like I said in my book is called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Numbers are simple. 1 + 1 is
2.
That's simple. But if you put two hard-headed ones together, that'd be an argument, a feud. That'd be the Hatfields and the McCoys. That's how it works. You just have to know how to work the numbers and how it works, and show how the Creator made you be born at this particular day for a reason, just like our handprint. Everybody has an individual handprint, but people are afraid to understand palmistry. That's our science. That's nobody else's. Creator gave you all these different things. None of us have the same fingerprint in here. And when the cops stop us, they take a handprint. But if you learn to read, your left side is usually your family side, your right side is usually your side. But you gotta understand it. I don't do it. Lloyd Strayhorn, that's my teacher, he does it. But I'm telling you, if you understood that and connected it to what the Creator gave you, because you was born with these prints, obviously the Creator gave it to you for a reason, you need to know. There could be a roadmap on your hand and you don't even know. I had one prima, they knew I had 9 children right here on my finger. Just right here, they were reading this part, they knew I had 9 children. I didn't even tell them. It's in your life is in your own hands. You ever heard that statement?
Yeah.
It is. It's in your own hands, and it's not. This is not just a statement, but it's a scientific statement. As long as you got handprints, that's why they print your baby's feet, individual feet prints. You got retina scans, individual eyes print. All of this is ours. We all knew this. We seem to have lost our way. And we need to go back and understand our Creator. Whatever name you call your Creator, whether it be Allah, Yahweh, whatever you call Him, you got to go back to that Creator. And like I said, on my book is called, my next book is coming out, it's a children's book, so you can recognize your children's health. It's very important that you get it from their young. Let them know, because the food, they run into sugar that sometimes you put them at their grandparents' house that don't believe what you believe. And they feed them, sneaking them pork. Yeah, have a good piece of pork. Your mother now, we now tell your mother.
You ain't gonna die.
You ain't gonna die. No, you'll get worms and trick now, but you ain't gonna die. They did this to me. It's serious. I told my wife at 14, when I stopped eating, I became 5%. I told my man, they threw a piece of pork on my plate. I told them respectfully. And you know when you first get this knowledge and you get it, you become zealous and you get angry. And I threw the plate on the tin and walked out of the house. I disrespected, and I apologized when I came back to my mother, but it was during the so-called Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody started cackling, and all the aunties and them come together. And put the pork pot in plate, put the pig pot in plate, slice it. And they Jamaican family too? They don't care.
You remind me of this Jamaican comedy. I can't get the name.
Who, Oliver Samuels?
No.
I used to do comedy with Oliver in Jamaica. I used to do a lot of...
It was a sitcom.
Oh, you talking about Blacker and don't worry. Don't worry about it, sister. We're going to keep it moving anyway. I think, Joel, you ready?
Yes.
Yes. My brother, Shalom, bro. Thank you for being a part of this. Because I've seen you on YouTube too, bro. Yes, sir. You just yeah, it was steady. Yes, sir. Sarnetta TV. Give a round of applause to Sarnetta. He bring a lot of people together. Although it's contention, I love my brother. He's an Aries, what you expect. That's a war sign. War. That's no more war. He likes war. So me and politely like, yeah, we know what you want to do, brother. That's how we work it. But give yourselves a round of applause for allowing me to get into your business. But I can get more into it if y'all let me. And by the will of the Creator, that's what my gift to you and my family, to help you understand your map, where you're supposed to go. If you listen, that's your business. If you don't listen, that's up to you. We might say, Alhamdulillah, we might say, whatever. Shalom, we might say, hey, we might say, look, God knows. Cool. But God, or the Creator, or Allah, has given us all a gift. How many of you are going to find it within your lifetime while you're here? How many really knows? So, I use that numerology to make it tangible to you so you can look at it and say, oh, okay, let me try this and see if it works. And keep my prayers up and see if it works. And if it works, good. If it's not for you, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Out of all the leaders I've ever met, my wife's boss, she works at Taqwa, Master Taqwa, Imam Siraj. He's the first leader. And when I met with him about me being a counselor in numerology, he took out $20 and paid for my book right there. I was going to give it to him. But nobody else ever did that without me asking them. He just said, how much is the book, beloved? He wants the support. And that's what we need in leadership. People like him that, he may not agree, may not have ever supported numerology. He's a Muslim, they might not, none of that stuff. But he's seen that I'm doing something with the right intent.
Hallelujah.
And he gave me my money. That's all you need in leaders. If not things like that, hey, when I found out he had that book, I said, brother, let me get that book. And that was at the debate. Alhambra, boom, I bought the book. Because I like to support my people. Nicholas, support them. If you have a book, support them. When your book come out, let us know so we can bring it out and support you. That's what we want to do. I got PayPal. I can send you a PayPal link and say, yo, I'll pay for the book now. I bought this book for my brother yesterday.
Just one more thing I want to show you.
Yeah, listen, this is a flight jacket. It's a flight jacket, military flight jacket. I got a lot of stuff up here. This book is called Mission Unstoppable. Extraordinary Stories of Failures, Blessings. All of us have failed. We're going to fail our way to the top. Les Brown, Hakeem Ami, and brother George Fridge. He looked very light like a white man. He's really a black man, just real light-skinned. But yo, these guys are some powerhouse in raising money, but also motivation people to make do with their life to make a better life out of themselves. That's where I got that statement about people being born at certain days, the two most important days in your life. the day you were born and the day you find out why you were born. Why were you all born here? And if every one of us found out why we were born to do something, this would be a greater world. Much greater world. Thank you. I honor, shalom, attack, assalamu alaikum, peace, Irie, all of that. And I'm going to wait on my brother right now without any further ado. My brother is one of the owners of here at Nicholas, my good brother. I brought him on stage with Dr. Sebi first. And Dr. Blair, I exposed him because I respected what he was doing with water and all that kind of stuff back in, and the crystals and all that. And this brother's doing a great thing. He married a good friend of mine, Monique. So he really doing a great job. So give him a round of applause. His name is Joanna Benjamin. Give him a round of applause. Yeah! We come to that.
All right. Good day, everybody. Shalom. Shalom. Peace, hotep, all that other good stuff that everybody deal with. However you say hello, hello. Real quick, let's give a good hand for my brother King Simon. And that's a good hand. I should have said let's give a great hand for our brother King Simon. I said I was going to be nice today. I get tired of coming up in here and then the people clapping and talking like they ain't got no melanin in their system. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll be nice. I'll be nice. All right. First off, I want to thank Born MasterMind. I want to thank Nasi because when this was getting started up, they said, brother, we want to do it in your shop. They told me what the speakings was about. And I was like, well, I have stuff where I deal on that too. Could I get on it? They said, brother, no problem. Then we also made sure we brought Simon in, no problem. So we have to make sure we work together, do things together, and get stuff done despite religion or whatever the case is, because at the end of the day, when you have an enemy looking to kill you, and I say enemy, and I don't want to just put it as white, I'm putting it as white, black, yellow, green, whatever color skin you want to deal with, because it's us against them.
Hallelujah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm going to repeat that. It's us against them. Not them against us. Us against them. Because they already think they have one over on us. Because they get fooled by the teachings that we do and the stuff we come with. Like people like me. Now you see me with a shirt and tie and whatnot. I can't tell you. Anybody who's from Brooklyn, New York, when I tell them I'm from Brownsville, they give me that look like I used to not be able to date women. Once they find out, I was like, yo, I'm in 95th and Kings Highway. I'm like, nigga, no. Nigga. I mean, the chick will be into me and everything. As soon as I said, I'd be like, nah, yo, no, that's not the hood. No, that's like the borderline. My chick told me one time, she was like, nigga. She said, just like that. You know how women are, especially when you insult their intelligence. She was like, nigga. That's the hood. The 3 times I ever came around is the 3 times I got robbed. I am not coming to your house. And just like that, she stopped dealing with me. I see her hook up with this dusty looking dude. But he lived in the right area. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So people get it twisted with the knowledge we come in and they'll try to down us. Even when we bringing out the real good information, because a lot of stuff to them have become taboo. And everybody know what that word means. Okay. It's all taboo. It's like they know of this stuff and their teachings will teach of it, but then when you bring it out, it's like, oh no, brother, I don't know about that. Oh, he crazy. You heard what that dude said? He said this and that. I'm like, but yo, I can show you within your book. So I say that to say, because one time I was talking to a Christian lady, and I spoke to a few Hebrews too, and for some reason when you start talking about dreams, being clairvoyant and whatnot, that's of the devil! That's of the devil, brother! Brother, you know we ain't supposed to be into that! Brother, you deal with crystals, brother! Brother, yoga, that's demonism! And I'm like, okay. So obviously you haven't studied what your people was doing. Now don't get me wrong, especially in the Hebrew faith, it had lots of times, and we don't keep it secret when people go off. Correct? But where's the balance to get yourself back? So we got to dig deeper into what these people was doing at that time.
We did that.
But you know, it's so, again, taboo. When you talk about that, it's like, whoa. Now yoga, at first I used to be like, well, like one dude, I remember he yelled at me. He was like, I'm wicked. And what time? I'm like, yo, brother, I don't even do yoga, but what's your problem with people that do yoga? The more spiritual I got, like dealing with spirits and certain entities, I got to realize, I was like, okay, he's right. To a certain extent. You understand? Especially when you're doing the yogas and you're doing certain chants, and it's to that entity. But that don't mean you can't do yoga. You have to know how to do it properly to whichever entity that you deal with. For me, it's Yahweh Shah. You understand? Now, people get, next thing, people get fooled because I don't have fringes. I don't wear the fringes and all that stuff. I'm like, listen, that is bloodline. That ain't going to stop me from who I am or what I am. You understand? So that's something we need to drive home into people, because people forget. When I start talking about the spirituality and the stuff I'm going to get into, people that like hear my voice on a lecture, like sometimes they might not have the audio, and they be like, I know that voice, like blog talk interviews I do, whatever the case may be, they'll be like, oh, you're the brother. But they be like, yo, damn, so you look young. Like, I was like, I know what it is. You expect to see me with a turban, long carbs down, whatnot. They feel embarrassed. They be like, oh, Jesus. They be like, yeah. But like, you expect to see me with a big Sheila David or and whatnot. Like, nah, it's not like that. And I'm telling you, people get caught up in that. So, what I'm about to hit you with, I'm not even going to say, come with an open mind. I'm just giving you facts. You accept it, you accept it. You don't. It is what it is. All right? So, we're going to go for it. Before I even go any further, I see my brother in the front, Mighty Hebrew. Please give a hand for the Mighty Hebrew. This dude gonna play. Soon, hopefully, we'll get him up in here, because this dude did stuff where he beat the system, and he beat it damn good too. And we need to have people know that there's people out there like this. Because I saw him, and the first time I saw him, I was like, all right, the brother coming out with good information, but he was more in the background of what he was doing. And I'm like, nah, we want this to come to the forefront on a bigger scale. So I just got to put that out there real quick, because I'm sure all of us get jammed up one way or the other, especially when people lie on us. And you know, we want to exact vengeance our way. Yeah. You know it's our way, right? You know what's our way. But you have a brother here that does the work and prove that he does the work, where they had to write and apologize to him. You understand? Those are the people we need out here. And, you know, we got to team up with the different malls and get this information out, because they have certain information too. But you have a person right here that's really doing it. So I'm just putting that out there for anybody, and after they want to speak to him about anything, he's here. You know, sometimes people want to get up and leave, just drag his ass on back. Alright? I put you on the spot. You just leave it just like that.
I can't leave like that.
Nah, you can't leave like that. So, let's start it off. Crystal healing, sexual healing, and advantage over life. Now, before I go even click the scroll, now, our skeletal system is crystalline based. We all know that, right? Some schools teach it, some schools don't. It's crystalline based. Why do you think it lasts so long when it's in the earth? You digging up all these dinosaur bones and everything, it have that crystalline structure. Most schools don't teach it unless you go to one of them high level ones, especially when you get deeper into biology. Now I was going to have it read, but because of time I want to get through the slide, I wouldn't even do the reading. If anybody's familiar with the book of Revelations, they talk about the new heaven. Alright? For all those people that be like, oh, crystals, 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 well, shut up. Because one of the pillars is made out of amethyst. Alright? Pearl. Okay? We could go deeper. One is called Christ. It starts with a C. It's a weird name. But when you get the actual name of what they call that stone today, it's a green stone. It's called peridot. Alright? The streets of gold and all this other stuff. That's what we got to start getting into. Down to when Moses had them grind up the gold and drink it. So I'm going to get into all that real quick because a lot of people come through these doors, and like I was telling somebody earlier, for some reason, like I got that face that they can trust, men and women. They be like, well, brother, you know, the bedroom. I'm like, all right, what about the bedroom? You know, like, I know you ain't inviting me to your bedroom. No, brother. Man, you want to get a heart erection? Yes, brother, yes. Okay, I got you. Use this, use that, blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it goes so deep, it's certain crystals that you put in your water to clean the water to drink. Then some women come up in here with vaginal dryness. Now, believe it or not, that will cause a friction in your relationship. Everybody want to be like, oh no, it's all emotional garbage. It will cause a friction in your relationship. Especially if you got somebody that, like I heard somebody said earlier with Simon Dort, they said freaky or whatever, because he got a freaky mind. He thought you said freaky. Nah. But you understand what I'm saying? So all this that goes on, you have to know what the deal is. Hold on, sis. It's recording. Oh. It's taking out your nice locks. It's all right.
Sorry about that.
So, like I said, when you have certain signs or people that's born under certain numbers or whatnot, like Simon just gave you a breakdown, you have people that find that's important. You can't say, well, oh, that's not important, and your health is important. Because if you don't have the proper stamina to keep up with your mate and doing certain things to strengthen your body, then you're doomed. Okay. And not for nothing, a lot of the Europeans is taking this science. And they'll tell you, hey, I got it from Egypt, I got it from this Hebrew text, I got it from here, I got it from there, I went to this Muslim place and saw they was doing it. And when you really trace back to the lineage, further back you're going, it's dealing with us. But now we're calling it taboo. So let's keep it moving. Alright, first things first I'm going to talk about is water. Now, your brain alone is 90% water. Alright? They say your body is about 70-something% water. It's more than that. Now, I sell this machine, alright? And people be thinking I'm bragging. She said, me too. People be thinking I'm bragging when I say I know more about this machine than the Asian man. Because I went to presentations where they had me there, and I'm like, yo, you don't need to give that person that much water to really see how their blood will start circulating fast and whatnot. All you need is a cap. And of course they're looking at me like, in their mind, they didn't say it, but in the mind I could tell. There was like, even the black people was there like, nigga, sit your ass down. The hell you know? But you know when you getting that look. Yep. Come on now. So I had to do the demonstration. So I'll do the demonstration later. But I just want to touch on this because water is very important for your system and how you move, dealing with your whole sexual function, your whole thinking process and everything. Not all alkaline waters is the same. You need something that's alkaline ionized, where the microclusters are smaller than your actual cells and go straight to your cells. When you have, the first thing I notice, especially men, that tell me when they drink this water, they like, brother, did you put Viagra in the water? I had a few brothers ask me that already. I'm like, no, you're just properly circulating. Anything that makes you that adds proper circulation is going to give you an erection. Period. And the same would apply for women. You understand? Because you're getting the proper circulations going all through that area. And not only that, this water, it's been known to destroy cancer. Wow. AIDS. In Japan, diabetes. In Japan, they're allowed to say this water cures diseases. Here, no. So I just touching on that real quick, all right, because I have other lectures dealing with that, but all this ties into your relationship, having the proper water flow within your body, all right? Your body is like over 80-something% water, yes.
Kangen water is a good water to use?
It's an excellent water. First of all,
It's so different.
Listen, I don't care what you told. You don't just gonna get me started up in here. Because I done put many people on blast.
What kind of water did you say?
the water, the Cajun water. And you don't write this crap down. Alkaline ionized water. That's just something they put so they could trademark to the water. Alkaline ionized water, not alkaline water, alkaline ionized water. And I'm gonna prove to you how powerful the water is, because they be like, brother, it's not coming out natural, but yet your ass will drink Dasani, your ass will drink Poland Spring, and it's known that in the European Union they banned Poland Spring, they banned Dasani like 3 damn times for having something in the water called anthracene. Anthracene throws your hormones off balance, and in men it makes their penis smaller. That's been proven. They paid a doctor, a scientist, and I could get you his name later, to prove this stuff. To prove it. And then when he proved it, they tried to kill his ass. Sending him death threats and everything. Alright? When he was like, yeah, the anthracene, yes, and he heavy set now. When he was like, yo, the anthracene causes cancer. He was like, yeah, it causes cancer. And not only that, when they did the tests with the frogs and just had them in the same water that has the anthracene in it, they noticed the frogs was born with the genitals very small or no genitals at all, the male. You understand? Yes, because it throws your hormones off balance and you get more estrogen. Now, that is something you would want to know when it's dealing with your relationship. Now, you would want to know how to cleanse out properly. And this is the, like I said, these are the stuff that is taboo. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into it because I already have lectures on it. But I'm just giving you a briefing since this is dealing with relationships and it's stuff that you need for your relationships. This gets your hair in order, your nails in order, you lose weight. Like anybody that say that bad, tell them bring the proof and the documents. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I'll prove to you how powerful this water is later on. I'm sorry, like I said, you done got me started. As soon as people, because no, you know why? Because there is a campaign that's going on. Like they have a lady, Mona Harris. I remember this doctor named Good. Her name is Mona Harris. The government, and it's said that the government assassinated her when she went to Japan, found out this information, and was trying to give it to the people. They looked to kill her. I'm tired of always the Asians having this, giving this to their children. Like one dude was like, yo, I go to the gym, this Asian dude, he's getting stronger than me, always doing more sex than me, everything. Brother, I heard you on Blog Talk Radio talk about the water, I want to get the machine. I was like, don't be surprised if he's drinking it. He's like, well brother, that's what I called you for. Because no, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. After he got the machine, he called me back, he's like, the reason why I'm calling you is to let you know, do you know this bastard be drinking the water? He grew up with this dude. And in the gym, they working out, doing their thing. And he never said, you know, brother, drink this one. He always got it in his water bottle, though. He owned the damn machine. You understand? He never said, brother, take this. Only until he was like, notice a week, and he's like, yo, you ain't never able to lift more than me. Do more pull-ups than me. Yo, what are you doing new? He was like, yo, brother, I got this new water. I got the machine, but there's water I got in here. And the Asian dude looked at him. He was like, oh, I know about that. He was like, you do? He was like, yeah, I got a machine. And I ain't going to tell you what he said, how he cursed the guy out. But it was just so funny, because he knew the guy for years. So this stuff is important, especially when it comes to your health. Now this, I'm going to move on. We all know acidic, neutral, alkaline. The water is anywhere from 9.5 to 10. Now you see here I have baking soda. Let me clear something up for you. I don't want to hear no garbage about, brother, I put lemon, baking soda in my water, and it alkalizes my water, because I prove to people, if the microclusters ain't smaller than your cells, it ain't hydrating, you ain't do garbage, you just wasted your time. And I go to science, I don't just talk. So I'm just giving y'all this information, so if y'all want to look more into it, or you could get, look up one of the old lectures, like you could contact Simon if you want that, because at this point in time, 2015, the stuff is getting redundant now. Did I say that word right? Yeah. Don't matter, you know what the hell I mean. So, let's move on. Now, as you see, they say the brain 80, actually it got to 5, this is old information. The brain is actually 90% water. There's the blood alone. Your blood alone is 85% water. 85. All right? Now, what is semen also known as, since we're talking about blood? Now, blood, if you have semen and you have blood and you take a black light, don't it shows up the same? All right? So that's why I say the life is in the blood. If you cut off the circulation from your hand and I pound your fingers or prick you with a pin, what happens? You ain't gonna feel it. As soon as that blood starts circulating, you won't even be able to move your fingers, as a matter of fact. As soon as the blood starts circulating, you're able to move your fingers again. Yep. And this is basic stuff that people don't pay attention to. So for the men out there who's not getting that hard enough erection, who ain't, or just too damn stiff, because you just got people that don't have that problem, but they stiff, you know, they rickety. That's because they're not lubricated properly. That water ain't flowing properly. You understand what I'm saying? All right, now, let's jump the gun. She said, woo. Yoni eggs. All right. Yeah, that's applause that you just heard. Wow. I'll tell you why. Yeah, damn, who said that?
I said why.
He said why. I'm going to tell you why. This right here is with this right here. Now look, he's smiling. He's smiling. No, she damn near ear to ear. Look at her smile. You understand? She got more than some melanin, if you know what I mean. Alright? This is Dr. Elizabeth. I can't even pronounce her. Muth, or however the hell you pronounce it. Is the co-founder. Let's be nice now. Co-founder and director of the Tantra Nova Institute in Chicago. And she made sure she got herself a chocolate brother. Now, one of the secrets, because a lot of Black, Hispanic, Native American women, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, also called women, is saying what? Our man is running to them. What do they got? Our breast is bigger than them. Our asses is bigger than them. Our lips are fuller. We got nice skin complexion. We age beautifully. What the hell are they doing? Come to find out, a lot of them, and you will be surprised, a lot of them are into that yoni egg, which is our stuff. I'm going to keep bringing that home. That's our stuff. But it's so taboo because with the yoni egg, what some people put it off as is a form of masturbation because the woman got to put it up her vagina.
What's a yoni?
When it's all just exercising, matter of fact, I'll show you better than I can tell you. When it's all just exercising. And that's why I applaud it, because she's smart enough to take it and capture this. And let me tell you something, when you use the yoni egg, it releases certain endorphins. It changes your mood. You understand? Because it also helps to flatten the stomach, because your stomach, all right, anytime you go in and pee or defecate, what happens? You have to tighten your stomach. I don't know nobody that could do that without tightening their stomach. Yes, yes, that's Kegel. This is the better and advanced form of Kegel exercises. You understand? You walk around with the yoni. I had women that came to me. One lady, she came. She was like, "Brother, I see you got crystals. Let me ask you a question. Do you have one that's somewhat sort of circular?" I was like, hold on. So I'm very upfront. You want a yoni egg to put up your vagina? Yes. Yes. You should have just said so. And I walked her over to where we had it. You understand? So it's like we gotta stop being, especially if we're adults, we gotta stop being taboo about this, because this will raise, okay, you could say the sex life is on 100. Brother, it's 100, it's great. We swing from the chandeliers. I'm like, okay, let me put it up on for infinity for you. Here's the yoni egg. When they get that yoni egg and they see what I'm talking about, they're like, brother, thank you. even when they give birth, if somebody accustomed using it and they give birth, the midwives, you could ask midwives that, because a lot of midwives do know about it, they will tell you straight up, they're like, yeah, normally they be having to clear somebody in like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, because it tightens it up and it's constantly contracting and strengthening, because it's a muscle, that stuff right in between the anus, and for men, the anus and the scrotum, the ball sack, and then for the women, the vagina and the anus. That right in between, that's a PC muscle. And you'll notice certain cultures teach within spirituality, especially that tantric or whatever, Kama Sutra, you know, stuff. If you don't be careful, you break your back and go to the hospital. They teach you to hold your finger right there for men when it comes time for, I'm sorry?
It's called perineum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. They'll teach you to hold that spot when it comes time for ejaculation. Alright? But you can end up hurting yourself that way. So all you have to do is properly strengthen the muscles. But I'm jumping the gun. Now, this right here, as you can see, alright, this person insert the eggs. Some eggs is with strings, like, you know, some people are like, I'm afraid to get stuck up there, whatever, whatever, whatever. I'm like, yo, you ain't rocking with the Grand Canyon now. It's not going to be so, you know, I'm like, it's going to come out. So basically, and next thing, I've been holding on to this information for so damn long, because I'm like, women gonna be like, oh, you a man, what the hell do you know? And men gonna be like, you a man, what the hell do you know? But after speaking to so much women about it and giving them the counseling on it and showing them what to do, what to give them, especially like when the sex life starts to diminish or whatever the case is, they're like, brother, you should write a book. And every time they say that, I'll be like, yo, you sound like a friend of mine, Simon. I see he already laughing, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, really? Brother, you don't do lectures on this? I see you lecture on everything else. So like, especially this year, I said, you know what? I gotta come up with the information because I know this is too taboo. So basically, move the egg up and down and squeeze. Now women, you ain't new to that, so you should know. Squeezing 2 eggs. Now, you know what? I ain't even gonna go there. That's when you get more advanced. You want to put 2 eggs or whatever the case. Now, they have large, medium, and small. Everybody, no matter how advanced you are, they say the medium is better. Because when you get more advanced, you can use the small one. But the small one, after a while, it's like it becomes pretty like a waste after a while. So you just rock with the medium. Some might need the large because they might go through childbirth or whatever else it is. So they need the large to properly form and grip. Once they get that grip, they change from the large and move to the medium. Alright? But the medium is always the best one. This stuff is so good, we have some on back order. You understand what I'm saying? That's because what ended up happening is they like, yo, and you know women talk. They be like, girl, you need to try this. I have a homeboy, his name Musa, you know Musa. And I was like, yo, I recently did a lecture on the stuff, and he is telling me about his lady. And I said, I did a lecture on the yoni egg. And this dude reaction was priceless. And we're walking, I'm like, yeah, I did it. And he's normally a calm brother. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I did it on the yoni egg. He's like, yoni? Yoni? Brother, you did it on the yoni egg? Oh my gosh, my girl used that. And she said she's preparing for childbirth. Brother, when I go in there, I ain't gonna lie. That's what, now I ain't gonna talk about the man business, but it was like, yo, basically like, yo, he said, it's like he go to a whole nother world. The dude was so excited about it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, brother, I could teach you how to strengthen yourself up too, so you could compete. But this is what they're doing. And they competing against you and you don't even know. Because you want to be, that's taboo. I'm not sticking nothing up in me. Because you think it's a form of masturbation or whatever. Alright, whatever. Yes, ma'am.
It's the same as the Benoit balls? It's the same as the...
The what?
The balls. Like with his different size balls. It's called Benoit.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. Now, when they start dealing with the balls, now you probably know where I'm going with it. That's when they get in really more freaky into their sodomite stuff. And that's when they start dealing with the rectum. The rectum. No, I know what you're talking about. I'm telling you what they mostly use it for. You understand what I'm saying? That you want the yoni egg because of how the egg is shaped. So it's forcing the vagina to cup around it and pull. You understand? Some people do use the balls for that. Like we have the crystal balls or whatever. But it's best that you use the egg shape. The yoni egg. And not the Shiva Lingam. Because they have something called the Shiva Lingam. Not the Shiva Lingam. Because the Shiva Lingam is more long. Now in certain cultures, the men will wear the underwear. And they put that Shiva Lingam, because you know that's their worship of Shiva, so they use the lingam, which is the penis of Shiva. As a matter of fact, I like to show better than I could just tell. Bring me the Shiva Lingam real quick. Right there. Shiva Lingam. And they like to put it in between that PC muscle and keep it there tightened because it's forcing the men every time they walk to swell, to flex. You understand? And it'll be on this. And it goes perfectly right there. You understand what I'm saying? Although some women use this for a yoni. Like one lady was here in the audience before when I did a lecture. I said, no, you want the egg. She used the egg. She said, Rebbe, you was right. You understand? So that's just basically what it is in a nutshell. So, alright, this is just a better... Come get this, please. Thank you very much. Don't be shy.
It's not you,
It's a young
Simon, funny. Alright, so basically, you know, the yoni go up this far, you know, this far. You squeeze, again, like when you squeeze the anus together, tighten your stomach, alright? Some people like to do the lift. That's when you're on your back, you exercise, you lift and whatnot. You could do that too. It really don't matter, but it's something just dealing with practice. Alright? And this, some people say, well, that's a way to cheat. Well, oh well, you cheating. It's because it's constantly there, so it's constantly doing the exercise for you. Where you don't consciously always gotta keep squeezing. And that's why when you watch some of the videos on YouTube, I mean, like I said the last time and I'll say it again, sometimes I feel like just bopping them on their head because they coming out and oh my gosh, and it's like it took me to the ethers and the way I feel, and this is my amethyst yoni, and it's my rose quartz yoni, and I'm like, okay, start getting to the science of it. And they're not getting to the science of it, but they're overjoyed because what happens is you start releasing certain endorphins when you exercise, especially when you exercise your genital area. That's a proven scientific fact. Yes, ma'am.
So that's something that you just keep in there? Like it stays in there?
Yeah.
You put it in there and don't take it out?
Yeah.
You take it
Unless you're going in pee. That's about it. Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. I'll go deeper than that because like even my homeboy, when I told him about it, he was like, yeah, and she had sex with it in there. And he was like, yeah, I know. That because it got a lot of people out of her with it in there.
I had a friend of mine ask me if you could run with exercise.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, that would be even better because you're constantly working that muscle.
So like you sleep with it, you go
Everything. Like I said, the person had sex with it, and when he had sex with the woman, and this is him telling me, he's like, brother, I don't feel it. All I feel is that. And he's like, and the joy on his face. And he's not the only one. And they have women that say, oh, I use it all the time. And the dudes don't know. It is.
Is it sanitary?
Yeah.
Is that clean?
Yeah. It's a crystal. It's crystals. You have different
So
crystals.
all that stuff on there, you don't have to
what is on it? Or what stuff?
Whatever releases in there, I mean.
Well, that's when you take it out, you clean it. First off, when you get one.
Push it out?
Yeah. You just
gotta
push it out. It just comes out. The first thing, or you can get the one with the string, or you can get one and just have them drill it and get the hemp string. You understand? You see how this one is a depiction of the string and it's of the tip.
Okay.
Believe me, it's not what you think. When you start using it, you will see a huge, major difference.
What about someone that don't like sex? Would that help?
Well, someone that don't like sex. I'm sorry. No. I'm laughing because I encounter people like that. No, I encounter people like that. And when I gave it to them, because they practicing celibacy, all right? And they're like, brother, I had to stop using that egg. It makes me too hot. I was like, they ain't had sex in 3 years and all that, which like to me they trying to kill themselves. But anyway, that's another story. In like 3 years, and then they start using it, and they're like, yo, they want it bad. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, you're straightening their muscles, and remember what I said, it's releasing the different chemicals, the endorphins and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's even stated that, let's say by them using the yoni egg, it's strengthening up the pelvic muscle, which allows them to, even when they have sex intercourse with their mate, they can actually lock
right.
the male's penis so they don't have to ejaculate. Now you control the ejaculation.
Well, that what you're saying is true to a certain extent, because all the men I talk to that been with women that use that, they're like, yo, it was not even their intention on getting her pregnant. I'm telling you straight up, bro. What you're saying is true to a certain extent. That's all I'm saying. Alright? When it's so tight they can't come. No. Because like the man, especially if the man ain't taking, I'm going to get into the stuff with the men as well. Now, remember, when you start using this, you'll notice the hips start widening out. That's why a lot of people say, especially in certain cultures, that it's perfect to prepare the woman using that for childbirth. In some cultures in India, India, certain parts of Africa, they have them start out at 12 years old. At 12 years old. And then, you ever seen some of them, they could go on the pole, and they could do a flag, go all around, do this, and put their head quite up to here and whatnot. Especially when they start them from young, they have them use an egg, because like I said, it forces the muscles to strengthen. It forces the hips to spread. You understand where I'm coming from with this? If you have no choice, for your hips, that bone too gets strong. Your stomach, your center, your core too gets strong. You have no choice. Why you think in India, when they showing them doing that, it's mostly young Indian girls, and certain part of Africa is the young African girls. Because this is what they do. I told one person before, and they was like, I made a statement, it was a joke, but it's truth to it. I said, yeah, you go to the person's house and they have some eggs around, like I was just saying, the African person, you're picking it all up. Oh, this is nice, and you don't know that they're using that, but you think it is decoration. And one of the persons in the audience was like, yes, they're African, oh my gosh. And they realized the person is African. I forgot what part of Africa. But you understand? And it made them think. They think it is decoration. So basically, like I was saying before, ladies, when you want to insert it, it's best you do lie down. Some people say it's best you stand up. But for the most part, they like, from research, they want the lady to lie down and insert it. You know, once you feel comfortable, that's on you. And I could go deeper where I show you, this stuff was straightening you so much, you could see videos of women with 5-pound weights. Alright? They tie the string to the weight and put the egg up there and they walk out like this. Just like that. And it is that's to show you the strength. They got some that got so advanced to the point, and you could check this info out yourself, where they start using 20-pound weights and they're walking around just like this, like if it's nothing. They go just like this and come up like that and they walk. Because it's strengthening. What?
You said the medium one is like the best, the one that you recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had children.
once you put it in, when it starts slipping out, you be like, oh no, I need the lunch. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Alright? Men. Now basically, this is the exercise for men. Men, a lot of times you don't need the Shiva Lingam. You don't need those other stuff. All you gotta do is basically go out like this, legs apart. When you get advanced, you could close your legs like this and do it. But just basically be apart and tighten your anus muscle, which is tightening your stomach, which will make your penis jump. Simple. Now, as you see, here, this person look like he got some weights on it or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Now, I ain't showing you this for y'all meant to go practice this and then you coming out like, oh, okay. You know, you got some men, when it comes to that, and I'm only telling you from what I know from speaking to dudes, they like to overdo it. And they like, yo, brother, I've been doing this. And they like, when they demonstrate it to me, they be like, brother, I'm coming like this. That's what you got it for, bro? I thought you just wanted to get your health in order. They're like, nah, brother, because, you know, she been having me. She been having me and I've been coming quick. So I had to show her this time I ain't playing no games. So, you know, it's a boost of confidence for a lot of men as well. Now, they say to, you know, be erect when you do it. A lot of men, you don't have to be erect when you do it. All right? Basically, you could sit at the edge of the chair, do it. You standing up, do it. Nobody got to know you're doing it. Now, be warned, men, when you start doing this, and I'm making sure I put this out there, you will be more sexually active. Because as you're constantly doing that, you're strengthening the muscle and the blood is flowing. To the point where when you start getting so good at it, you might walk around and get an erection and not notice it. That's why when I get into the calcium bentonite clay, which is coming up soon, I be telling some dudes, when you take that calcium bentonite clay, be careful. Because you will get an erection, and of course a lot of dudes always think I'm joking when I say it, they laugh, brother, you need to stop. You ain't got to sell it on me like that, I know this stuff is good. I be like, okay. Then when they take it, one dude was walking with his wife, with sweats on, about to go with Victoria's Secrets, because I gave it to him for his high blood pressure. And I said, brother, this will add proper circulation. Be careful, you know where we work around children, this might happen to you. Oh, you stupid! Okay. 2 days later, I gave it to him on Friday. Monday, come back telling me the story. Wife hit him. What woman you watching? Looking all around. And he was like, yo, what the hell you talking about? He said she hit him hard too. And she's like, look! And he had sweats on. So now he's putting his hands in his pocket, trying to hide his stuff and whatnot. And he came back and told me he had to tell her like, yo, because he took it to his wife because he thought it was a damn joke. Like, I take this stuff very serious. Stuff that people think is taboo and funny, I take this serious. If I tell you, you're going to take this, do not take 2 spoons. I'm telling you that every day. If I say don't take 2 spoons, you're going to stay hard for 2 days, and that ain't going to be good for you, only take 1. Listen to me. Don't take 2, because I'm serious with this. I like to give proper information to the people. Now, for women and men, you could just go like this, strengthen up the muscle, do what you gotta do. This is a simple exercise. You could do this on the bed or whatever. Women, it's best when you have the yoni egg to definitely do this. Men, you could do this one too, but more so for the men, I really recommend that the men sit down. A lot of other people that's deep into this, they recommend that the men sit down when they're doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this stuff work. Kegel exercises for men. Now, they have here a tip. Have your partner do Kegels too. You both enjoy a harder erection and a tighter vagina. Now, that is true. So, this when it comes to this, a lot of ladies would accept the whole thing more. But when it comes to men now, this is when you start doing with super duper taboo. They're like, yo, what, brother? I'm not gay. I'm like, dude, why do you gotta be gay? I'm just telling you something. Pause. 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 But no, brother, I ain't talking about that. Pause. I'm like, yeah, no homo. I'm like, yo, dude, you're the one that came to me. I'm telling you what to do. You came to me. I ain't come to you. So this, when it comes to men, especially when I start telling them with magnets, because I'm not going to go too deep into that. I'll save that for part 2. With the magnet, they have the magnetic penis rings that men use, and that's for overall function and whatnot. And for men, of course, when you start having proper blood flow, you'll have a bigger penis, period. That's just a fact what will happen. Now, for men, remember I said that muscle right there in between the ball sack and the anus. Alright? Same for women. It's in the same spot. There's no difference. Alright? So basically, all you're doing is tightening that up. And you're gonna notice you could do this test for men and women. If you're not accustomed doing pull-ups and you can't do pull-ups properly, start doing this exercise and then go do the pull-up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, this is a bigger picture. So basically, you see this is the prostate. You hear they say men have bladder problems because inflamed prostate, it gets bigger. So basically it will push up against there or whatever the case is. Once you start doing that exercise again, you're strengthening yourself, you're training yourself, so it will make a difference. So, and it's just a simple exercise. A simple exercise to take care of that. But they won't teach you that in the medical profession because they need you to take a damn pill, keep on coming back, so you spend that money. Alright, now, and have brothers, they be like, yo brother, I'm fine, I'm telling you, I be tearing it down in the bedroom, son. Alright, you want to know. No problem. I said, but you sure, man? You sure you getting a real full erection? Yeah, brother, my stuff be like that. And I'll be like, really? No homo, but my stuff be like this. I'll be like, no, man, this stuff's supposed to be like this. This is an erection. This is an erection as well. Now, which one is a stronger erection? Curve. Now, you might say, oh, because it's coming straight out, that's a strong erection. And some men, when I hit them with this, they're like, oh snap. And then I give them certain stuff like the calcium bentonite clay, tell them use the certain exercises, moringa, all these different stuff, and they're like, oh wow. To the point where if you're a man, and I'm going to tell you when you start strengthening up and doing what you have to do properly. When you ejaculate, if your stuff is not still hard, you need work. I'm going to repeat. If you ejaculate, men, if you ejaculate and then your stuff just start going down right away, you're not in the proper optimum health that you should be. Not that you're not healthy, but after you come, you're supposed to still be walking around at least up to this level, right here. I got a lot of men, after they bust, they, that's it, right away. Alright? You're supposed to be like this or like this after you bust. It's supposed to be that way for anywhere to like maybe 3, 4 to 5 minutes. Sometimes longer, especially on how excited you are. And that always just start dealing with the endorphin levels. You understand what the woman is giving off with her pheromones and the pheromones that you're giving. There's a science to this. Now, let's start going more into the crystals. This is apophyllite. This crystal is like getting very expensive too. I'm noticing a lot of different crystals is getting expensive to get your hands on. Like Donald Trump. Anybody ever seen, yeah, Donald Trump. I see some of your faces where I said his name. You go to any one of his new buildings out here in New York City, pay attention to the cement. that's around his building. All right? I'm going to get into that. All I'm going to tell you is it's crystals that he put up in there. Now, remember, these people read the Bible too. When you see certain things they do, like everything is not just Egypt. A lot of stuff they're copying from the Bible. But they like to keep that more underneath, low key. Because if they learn you doing it, that they're doing it, then you're going to start doing it. And then they got competition. And the name of the game is to always have one up on you. This is a great stone. Especially when you send your prayers or you go to sleep. Like this at Hemimorphite. I ain't going to get too deep into the Hemimorphite. But remember, everything give off a vibration. They are not spending billions of dollars studying crystals for this crap to not be working. So get it out your head if you're one of them people, oh, this nigga crazy. He talking about crystals could do this, crystals could do that. Okay.
Why God made it? For a reason.
You understand?
Yeah.
But that goes over a lot of people's head. Why God made it? A zestral light. Now, you have some couples, they trademark the name, and they said, oh, it's an angelic light. Short story, gave this to a dude, he a super duper Christian. And don't come to him with no damn crystals. He don't even care if you pull the verses in the Bible. He don't want to hear it. I said, brother, just put that crystal on top of your head, a zestral light. Ben, you're crazy, Ben. You're crazy. He talked like a white boy too. You're crazy, Ben. I'm like, man, just put the crystal on top of your head, entertain me. He put the crystal on top of his head. He said, see, it's garbage. It's garbage. I ain't feel nothing. I was like, yo, I'll wait for your call. Oh, man, you're ridiculous. You're just so ridiculous. You're into all this type of stuff. He left. Okay. 20 minutes later, the man ringing my phone. Yo, what was that? I'm still feeling like it's on top of my head. Oh my gosh, this and that. All it did was open up his chakra points. That's all it did, because it gives off a certain frequency. Why you think like this laser pointer, when they put the actual crystal in there, when the light hit it to make the damn infrared light, this is the frequency of what's in here that you're seeing. That's all that is. But now you could actually see it. But if I was to press it, let's say you didn't see it, you'd be like, oh, that don't exist. Nothing is really happening. That's a zestral light, or what it's good for. I ain't going to get into all that. But it's good for all that. If you want to talk to me after, because of time, because I only got like an hour up here. So because of time, I'm just showing you the regular breakdown of this stone. Very powerful stone. Pacamers. Remember I told you about Trump?
Yes.
Now, they have something called Herkimer diamonds. Those sparkly things that you see around his buildings, those are Herkimer diamonds that he crushed up. Come to find out, him and an Asian guy, every time I try to get that Asian guy name, that's one of his silent partners. It's so hard finding that dude name. But they're going up and buying up all the damn mines. It's for a reason. And then they pave all around their building with it. Okay? This one particularly is stronger than the actual Herkimer. Same components, just stronger, harder crystalline base, which is Pacamers. The only reason why they call it that, because it's direct from Pakistan. And you notice the luster of it is shinier than the regular Herkimer diamonds. Funny story, Trump tried to go over there, call himself on to buy some stuff. Now Pakistan, Trump, you do the math. He wasn't too successful on that one. Now, rhodochrosite, very, 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 very powerful love stone. When you come in contact with certain stones, like I said, it's a frequency, it's more peaceful, calming. This is one stone I like, because I'm an Aries. I don't like nothing that calms me. I really don't. Except my wife, because she looks to calm me, and even then I'm still like, you understand? You heard that? But put me in a headlock, you see? And she's a Sagittarius, so you know where that's coming from. So, rhodochrosite. I do use this though, because it's a different type of energy. Like rose quartz, I don't like to have rose quartz because I'll be too passive. Okay, I don't like that. I like this one because it still have me like, yo, what? It's gonna happen. Instead of, but I still feel that nice, soothing energy. That's what we need to deal with. Again, powerful. And this one, I don't know why, But the prices of these is raising through the roof. Every time I go to get it, and I have to sell it to the people, they be like, damn, brother, just 2 weeks ago it was this price. How you raise the price? Brother, the prices is raising. It's not my fault. And I'm still giving you a cheaper price. And I always, when they see the crystals, they be like, damn, that's a little expensive. I be like, all right, take your ass down to 14th Street, 5th Avenue, to that shop down there, go up in there, and tell me how much you see a motor. You going out, damn, brother, for the $80 piece of motorite, which is a meteorite. You're like, damn, brother, that's expensive. I mean, I feel the energy. Everything you said was right, but damn. They go, they come right back. Brother, you still got that stone? How much you saw it for? $80, brother. Oh, you saw it for the same price. How big it was? Brother, it was this small. I was like, case closed. Case closed. So I still look to sell the cheapest because it's for our people, because our people need to start getting more into this kind of stuff.
So that store that started would be good for someone who have bad temper?
Which store?
This one you're talking about?
The red one.
The red one.
Oh yeah, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, because my son have a...
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. A next stone that's good for anybody that have like real bad temper is hemimorphite. Because hemimorphite, for some reason they say it absorbs negative energy. Like it had one lady, I seen her come up, and by the time I was done, she asked me if I was psychic. I said, miss, you got some heavy bumps on you, you know. People hating on you hard. We was doing a event and I was selling the jewelry. And she was like, no I don't, I'm fine, people like me, nobody do. I'm like, miss, you see that store right there? You need that. It was a bracelet form. No I don't, oh come on, please, come on, I'm not into that type of stuff. I said, just pick it up. She picked it up. She took up 3. Because it was the magnetic hematite at that. She just took up 3. She said like this. She didn't even open it wide to slip it on her hand. The whole thing just shot and broke out like that.
Wow.
Long story short, she left with 20 of them.
Wow.
Long story short, because she said she never witnessed nothing like that in her life. I was like, yo, the war, how the Bible say it? It's not against flesh and blood, but what?
Principalities.
In high places.
Yeah.
In high places. And people, they like to talk this stuff, but when you start telling them, yo, there's voodoo stuff, people doing this stuff to you, there's negative energy around you, this is happening. Oh yeah, I read my Bible, I read my Quran, I do this and that. Yo ass better get you some type of protection, because you're wondering why this woman is stealing your man. Or you wondering why this dude is taking your woman. And I'm telling you, this stuff is facts. Because I see people that come and I'm listening to their conversation of what they get into certain stuff for. So this is real. This stuff is happening. People always want to think, oh, it's on a physical level. No, it's on a spiritual level too. So what are you using to help yourself? This is called rhodochrosite. Sorry I didn't have the word written up there. I'm sorry, not rhodochrosite.
Yeah,
forgive me. Conscious agate. Very powerful. Put this in a bowl of water, you go to sleep, you start getting more prophetic dreams and whatnot. Also, they say this helps the sexual energy. I only heard that from like 2 people and I saw a lot of this. This is more like spiritual clairvoyance energy, knowing, pretty much helping you make the damn right decision. Because we all know men and women can make some damn wrong decision. You hook up with this dude, oh, brother look buff, he's nice and he's so nice, and the damn dude is a pedophile.
Yep.
Or some sick freak that's drugging you at night and they're recording you and milking your breasts. And I'm not making that up. I've seen some of that stuff like that already. You know when they show them channels, and the lady ended up putting her husband in jail for that because she didn't want to deal with him no more, and they was in the midst of the divorce and he was doing stuff like that and milking her titties like she a cow or whatnot. That's how he was getting off. Now whatever, float your boat, float your boat. Damn. If she don't want to do it, she don't want to do it. You got to drug her. So you got to be aware of what's going on with the person that you're hooking up. So you need certain things to enhance your intuition. Tectite, period, I make it real, plain. It helps protective, just like hematite. All right. citrine. A lot of women like citrine. Women if I have stomach problems, take this, and I like when I say it and people do it and they come back to me and they be so amazed. You have stomach problems, stomach areas, if you take that and you put that right here where a band, and you go to sleep, you'll see what I'm talking about. Some people say, yo, I had such cramps for 3 days. Because the frequency, the vibration, when they're killing certain disease and viruses, what do they use? The most high-tech instruments with vibration, especially when they're dealing with parasites. Because they can't take the vibration of whatever the frequency is going out. So all these gives off frequency. Then you got the shungite. Men, you put this in your water, you're gonna get an erection. I'm telling you right now. Women, you're gonna get very wet. This is carbon based. This is called shungite. You put this in your water. They also use it as a water purifier. Alright?
That's only for men? Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Only for men? Oh,
Men and females.
Okay, sorry.
This purifies water.
oh. Good.
This is carbon based. What's the best type of filter to purify water? A carbon filter.
You sell it here?
Yeah, I got the water here. The alkaline ionized water. Because some people can't afford the machine. I got it back there. Some people can't afford the machine, which is $4,500. You understand? So, but they have a payment plan. You pay $800 and something down. You pay $225 a month or $250 a month. And I'd be like, yo, don't tell me you can't get it, because you can get. Well, I know none of y'all here getting Christmas trees, but if you do, you're getting Christmas trees, decoration, presents, all that different type of stuff. Even like the Israelite, you want to be the baddest Israelite chick. The beads going all around, the nice silk wrap and all that. You could afford it. Yeah. But when it comes to that and something dealing with your health that also could help your relationship, you tend to shun it away. And you only want to deal with it when your health start diminishing, or when you start noticing it's diminishing. So shungite is a very, very, very powerful stone. I have it in pyramid form. Now you know a lot of times when the stuff is in a pyramid shape, it gives a certain frequency. You could do this easy science test, make a pyramid shape out of the cardboards, have it hanging over your fruits, have a next fruit just out like a banana, 2 bananas from the same bunch, and you'll see which one spoils faster. And that's all because it's in that grid, because it's creating the grid, the frequency. That's all it is.
Is this anyone's white van right here?
Yeah.
Take it.
Gonna take it?
Yeah, you gotta move that van. They will ticket you in the heart.
Yeah, you can't park from this pole to this way.
Alright, so when this go in your system, there's a reason why this pulls out viruses and different stuff in your system. When you put it in water, it creates this type of structure and it traps the virus. Also just like zeolite, it traps the virus and locks it and pull it out. I can show you my personal water bottle. I have crystals in there. And people be hearing it shaking and think it's ice. I be like, nah, crystals. And it'd be amazing when I be running into these Caucasians, especially that's deep into that stuff. Oh, brother, you put crystals in your water? First of all, brother. But this is the language we're getting back from them now. Oh, brother, you put crystals in your water? I do too. And they shaking it up and she all perky and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And then there's a dude, yeah, brother, I could show you how the energy feel, and when you drain the energy and whatnot. They're into this type of stuff, which is our stuff. Yeah, brother, you know, if you say this certain Hebrew prayer, you raise your vibration, and you could hold a vibrational meter while you say the prayer. Wait a minute, what? What you know about Hebrew prayers? And he ain't talking about that regular Hebrew. He's telling me about ancient Hebrew. Really? So we talk about this stuff, and we need to start practicing it, because all this stuff deals with our relationship in prayers. When you read the Testament of Solomon, when he got the seal, when you hear some of the stuff that these demons were doing, some of the demons was charged into breaking up newlyweds. Newlyweds, causing confusion, slithering in. When he commanded demon, anybody ever read the Testament of Solomon? No? I advise you check it out. Because you know Solomon was able to control entities, demons. And then, of course, I don't know, he lost his mind, started worshiping some crickets with some next one, and I guess she used the yoni or something, who knows. He lost his damn mind. And then all that went away from that. I don't want to spoil it, because if you haven't read it, check it out. So we know this stuff, so all that ties into our relationship. This is just a different layer of shungite and what it does for you. So I ain't going to get into all this, because like I said, time, because I'm sure y'all going to have questions. Now, when you're getting shungite, if any one of y'all don't want to get it from here, which I advise you should get it from here, but for some strange reason you can get it from here, don't come back and ask me, brother, this ain't good, they ain't good, because I'm going to curse you out. I'm going to let you know now. I ain't going to curse you out. I'm just going to dismiss you. Because a lot of the shungite used to mean that the rock was 98 pure carbon. Remember what I told you about that carbon. But recently, sellers have taken to applying the name willy-nilly to any rock that has some shungite included. That means you're getting very little source and you think you're buying shungite, but it's not. See, this is the shungite in water. Now you see it's black. See how clear the water looks? Now even when you drink the water, when you put the shungite in it, especially if you use the alkaline ionized water, you notice a big difference in the taste and everything. If you have, how you say, mouth sores and whatnot, rinse out with that water, it'll help you out a lot. Just take it again. Sexually, it's a whole nother level. When you have that in there, you drink the water. Now, pennyroyal, very high spiritual herb. This is the pennyroyal oil. A lot of people have crystals, they don't know how to cleanse their crystals and whatnot. You use this. This is very good to cleanse your crystals. Also, in keeping away negative entities. Alright? Now, and I'm not saying that loosely. I'm going to repeat. Also, in keeping away negative entities. Alright? This is a meteorite. When you have this meteorite, some people that hold on to this meteorite, they notice like they get a buzzing feeling in their head, particularly the right part, right here. Alright? I'm not going to go deep into this, but this is chondrite. This is a meteorite. Very, very good stone to have. Now, moldavite. Let's get into moldavite real quick. The moldavite, this takes your mental capacity on a whole nother level. Now, when I talk about these stones, I like to show and prove. So I tell a person, go get an aura picture. Just go get an aura picture done, which is scientifically called Correlative photography. Before they say the aura didn't exist, all they had to do was read the Bible and they would have seen that. You understand what I'm saying? Then they turn around when they realize it exists, and they said, it's a biofield. Damn, you just can't leave it as aura. You just want to call it a biofield. Okay, biofield. Because it's the magnetic energy that your body gives off, and it gives off a vibration and a color, and they finally made the camera which they could see it. Okay? So, go get a picture of that, then have the moldavite, and when you hold on to the moldavite, use the moldavite, just have it on you for one day, and go back and take the aura picture and tell me how your aura looks. Alright? That's all I'm going to say. You could do that yourself. And don't be fooled, because they have false moldavite going out there, and it only comes from Czech Republic, Germany. Only from Germany. I don't let nobody fool you. Oh, I got moldavite from Africa. If they come with that garbage, drop kick them, because they're trying to play you. Moldavite does not come from no Africa. You got some, and normally it's some Hamite trying to swindle the person out of their money. All right, because it's like plastic to the field, and if you don't be careful, you'll get gypped. You understand? And they like Africa, and they play on people's emotion. Yeah, from Africa, man, it's good, it's good. And they go, wow, moldavite from Africa, it gotta be stronger. Don't get caught up in that. Drop people. Because they try. No, you know what it is? Because people get discouraged when they get into this type of stuff, and then they always have charlatans slithering in. So when somebody's coming with the real information and proper knowledge, they tend to dismiss them right away because they get tired of being freaking conned all the damn time.
Some people reject good.
Yeah. All right, so that's the end of that. Last thing I'm going to show you is the water. How strong it'll be when you use it and whatever the case is. Any questions dealing with the yoni? Any questions? Any questions?
I want one. Where could I get it?
Get what? You got it.
Yoni, I'm joking.
I'm selling yoni egg. You can get it.
Okay, okay.
But what is it?
Like I said, some of them is on back order. So place your order in and
How much are they?
get it for. I sell it for a very cheap price, $45.
Wow.
And sometimes the price might raise depending on the stone. Let's say it's moldavite and it's a moldavite egg.
I thought you were going to tell me $400.
No. If it's a damn moldavite egg, you might be paying $400. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a meteorite and it's very rare. You understand? Like the rarer the stone, when it's like a real rare stone, I gotta raise the price.
Yes.
The rule of thumb: anytime you have a stone that's in a shape, it's carving or whatever it is, it automatically costs more. Yeah. Because really, I'm supposed to be selling those yoni eggs for like this is the medium size one.
Yeah.
For like $65, $70. And that's why people, they get so excited when they find out the price and they snatch it up. Look, you had a question.
Yes. Well, so that the yoni egg come in different crystals?
Yeah, it had different crystals. First of all, you know which, because I'll show you next question will be which one I know is right for me.
Right.
You know when you vibrate with whichever crystals. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna know. And then they got a lot of times, you got that melanin. You're black, just get any crystal, it's gonna work for you. Some women, especially when they have problems peeing, when I say problems peeing, mean they peeing on themselves a lot, they can't hold, they pee. They like to get the hemimorphite one. That's because that's a heavier stone. So it's forcing the muscle and they get over that constant peeing all the time on themselves. Especially after childbirth and after the time is done, they close up. And when they sneeze or cough, they peeing on themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Yes.
So it's good also when you have, when you're pregnant? So
Yes.
I know the baby's pushing.
Yeah, it's constantly right.
So that's
Because
also,
remember, you're strengthening, remember the image I showed you, you're strengthening the PC muscle.
yeah.
Alright? You saw how close the PC muscle is to where the bladder is. It's not that far distant apart. So it will help that. Plus it helps the hips strengthen. So once you hold in, but if anybody know, especially women, I know you know this, when you give childbirth, your pelvis is going to start to spread out. Especially like women, they first time getting pregnant, they're like, oh my gosh, the pain, the sides, it's like somebody's pulling my sides. That's because it's preparing you for childbirth. Now, if you had the yoni egg that was always using it and whatnot, you notice you won't have that pain because it was already gradually strengthening you there. Like some dudes, not to get nasty with it, some dudes, they be like, yo, I'm having sex with this chick and she constantly, and my whole sides, yo, she got me walking funny. I heard that before. I'm like, brother, all you need to do is this exercise. You could use this crystal a certain way, use this magnet a certain way, and you'll strengthen up your hips area. Like for men, so women could do this exercise too, but for men, if you have that problem and the woman is just pounding you away and you're like, you can't take the pounding. All you have to do is get one of them weight belts. Let me be more clear. Where it have a chain onto it. You tie, you start off with a 25-pound weight, you tie it up to there, because like I said, this is going to strengthen you. You tie it onto there and you go do dips. Like better you could find it as a dip belt. And you can put up to 45, however heavy the weight is, and it goes away there and you do the dips. Because it's forcing, you put the belt right here. Around here. So now as you go down and you coming back up, it's forcing you to tighten up your stomach, your anus muscle, the penis. You have no choice but to jump, and that PC muscle is going to get strengthened, and your hips are going to get harder because you're putting more strain on it. You understand? And it's going to tighten up and become stronger. That's a fact. All right? That's not even like hardcore science. That's just jailhouse. If you really want to get technical, jailhouse. You understand? Any other question? Yes, ma'am.
This is my
my first time hearing about.
I can't hear you.
This is my first time hearing about crystals. I've seen them and stuff, but I've never like heard anything. I didn't know how they work. I don't know what question to ask first. How long do they, like, can you always use them? Like if you buy one?
I'm glad you asked me that. Now with crystals, now with the yoni egg is different because remember I said you're doing the exercise, so you should always have that. But with crystals, but you have certain crystals, and that's why you won't hear a lot of people that sell crystals and deal with crystals on the regular even tell you this. And some of them got mad at me that's big into the profession, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to give you the truth. After a while, you should not be needing that crystal because it's already scientifically proven your blood or whatever it is supposed to take and adopt the energy of that crystal. Especially if you have certain crystals that's safe to put in water and drink. You're going to notice you're going to take in not just the energy but the mineral itself. So it already becomes part of you. So you won't have to constantly walk around with the same crystal. Unless you know you got a lot of them wicked ass people out there. So you know you want to have a certain crystal that always protect you. Like I have a friend of mine, he had gotten an agate. And I know him and the brother. And the brother called me, and like they always beefing. And he was like, yo, what the hell is that stone you gave my brother? Because the other brother is like heavy into it, the other one is not. I'm like, oh, that's a piece of agate. He's like, yo, the man's attitude is completely different. I could deal with him now. He's just way better. And the brother would always hate on him. One time he had gotten a piece. The man's piece split in two. He broke and fell on the floor. That's that heavy spiritual energy that I'm telling y'all about. You understand? So that's a good question. I hope I answer it properly to you. And you got to be careful with certain crystals that you use as well. Like for women, especially women, you'll hear people tell you, get moonstone, which is a great stone for women, right? But that stone will make you extra emotional. I had a couple, they saw me on one of Simon's DVD, and it was like, yeah, bro, I saw you talk about this and that, da-da-da-da-da-da. I have a question to ask you. What about moonstone? And then I told him, yo, moonstone is not something to have on you every day, use, it'll make you very emotional. And it was like, oh my gosh, I had bought this moonstone ring for somebody. I said, first of all, they should have told you that when you bought it from them. They were just concerned about the sale. And it's just like, it's like my marriage nearly broke up. And it's a span of 2 weeks, and I had to check myself. I noticed I'm getting so extra emotional and whatnot. And then she was like, is it this ring? Like that, remember the intuition. She was like, is it the ring? And she had to take it off. And she was like, yo, once you take it off, everything started moving smooth. Any other question?
I have more questions.
Hold on, before you have one more question, because I want to make sure how I am on time. Nasi?
You good?
Okay.
Should you only have your own and not share?
Don't ever, ever, ever share your crystals. Yeah, you see how loud I got? Ever share your crystals. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because the spiritual energy that that person has, it has certain people, and I lie to you not. And I hate this, but I gotta be, especially being in that deal of business, I gotta be nice. By default, I have no choice. So they will come up to you, and I might have a jade bracelet or something in it. Ooh, brother, what's that? That goes to the old saying, look with your eyes, not with your hands. Ooh, brother, what's that? And they touch my damn bracelet, and I'm like, do you know, 9 times out of 10, and I'm not lying with this one, 9 times out of 10, if not the next day, day before my damn bracelet popped, down to with certain gold chains I had before. And oh, what's this? Damn son, that's a fat chain! And they touch it. Because you don't know the intent what these people have. Like again, you could go in the Bible and the Bible give you a breakdown of all that. That's why with a lot of times, I don't have a problem with a brother hugging my woman. Hey sis, how you doing or whatnot? Or even a kiss on the cheek. Hey, how you doing? But like my wife could tell you, kiss my wife's hand, I go ape shit. What? That nigga, no! You tell him no! get so mad until I started studying that the hand have a certain chakra point. And then when I go deep, I was like, wait, when they start talking about the crucifixion of Christ, they say they hit him in the palm and the foot. So I did more research and studying and going back to certain ancient techniques and whatnot. And that's when I get to learn that they always talk about the 7 chakras, and then some talk about the star chakra right here in the middle, and then the etheric chakras above the head. By the way, side note, you hear people talk about, oh, the ethers, the ethers, the ethers. If they don't have a damn aura picture to start showing you gold, silver, turquoise, and all these different colors in their aura, tell them shut the hell up. They're not coming because, you know, it sounds good. The ethers, my brother. You could go to any one of my other lectures where I did on that and I showed the aura pictures, right? Where it's there, gold, silver. When you start seeing colors like that, that's when you start dealing with etheric colors. All right? The etheric chakras. So you have 4 main chakra points. The palm of your hand, all right? And your feet, underneath the feet. Now, think back with how they deal with the crucifixion of Jesus. Why is it, just think about it. Why is it the Romans just had to pound your hand into there and put you up? Because it wasn't just Jesus, they did that too. That was a common practice that they did, of torture. Why would they pound your hand in? Think about it. This is a major chakra point, all right? That's why it's good to have certain crystals, and when people shake hands with somebody, you feel that energy and you know that person ain't good right away. As a matter of fact, I don't even like to show people that I know how to do this, but I'll show you. Come up real quick. And this is basic science, and you got these people that do this on a regular, sucking your blood, taking your energy, all that. This is basic science. Alright, so basically, step right here. I want you to just hold your hand out like this. Make a fist, tighten up as strong as you can, alright? Don't, I'm going to use 2 fingers, everybody's seeing properly. Don't allow me to pull your hand down. Okay. Put it back up. Put it back up. Go ahead, put it back up again. One more time, one more time. Tighten up. Yeah, I see, she tighten up even harder now. Go ahead. Take your time. Tell me when you're ready. I'm touching the same spot, using the same 2 fingers, putting your hand down. Alright? Now, let me give it back to you. Put your hands up. Now, I did the motion. I could do it without doing the motion, but I do the motion to show people what I'm doing. And not for nothing, shout out to Nasi, because I read one of his books, and I saw what he was talking about with the spiral energy, and you don't see a lot of Hebrews give a breakdown and talk about that. Am I not right, brother? In the 1st chapter, and he was showing with their women's intuition and whatnot. I'm going to explain to you what I did to her. Put your hands back up, just like before. Straighten as strong as you can. All right, now, grab a seat. Now, basically, all I did was use my palm, which is a major energy point. And I could do that to anybody here. If anybody thinks this is bogus, step up. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I don't think it's bogus.
You understand? All you do is just take your palm and you go counterclockwise from the etheric chakras to the regular base chakras, because your hand have the power to give and absorb.
Yeah.
And all I did was strip her energy down, which is her auric field. I created a balance in her auric field. A disbalance in the auric field. That's why I was able to just pull her hand down so easily, and then give it back to her. If you notice, when I first did it, if I didn't do it too fast, pay attention, I went counterclockwise. Now, all of our aura, when you study it with the spiral, it goes clockwise. When you go counterclockwise, you drain the person's energy. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they did the study with when women is having sex, and they showed when they hook up the probes to the lady, actually they hook up the probe to the guy's penis, and as he was having sex with the woman, it shows light up going around his penis, how the energy was flowing from the woman. and it's going circular, and it is lighting like in a circle motion. As soon as he pull out, he stop, no lights on. So the light is made to test the energy of where it's going. So it's going in a clockwise pattern. That's all. It's basic science. But people think it's taboo because a lot of people don't deal with this. Alright? This stuff can help your relationship. It does help your relationships. And you have all these other cultures that's doing it and dealing with it. And again, that's our science. Any other question? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have 2 questions. One is, what crystal would you use if you want a better circulatory, blood circulatory, or for your heart to pump out, because that's a muscle?
Shungite. That's number 1.
And
magnetic hematite. Not regular hematite. Magnetic hematite. And then again, you could just buy a regular hematite and buy a magnet, and one of them high-powered magnet, and leave the hematite there, and the hematite will get magnetic as well. And depending on how your own field is, right, whatever you're dealing with, you could use the regular one. But for the most part, like if you have real bad circulatory problems, you can use magnetic hematite. The next one is shungite. Just having the shungite on you or having it in your hand, it goes through your pores. Because like remember I said the carbon, as it starts releasing that carbon, and it'll help you with that. Those are 2 of the best ones, crystals, stones, that I know for a fact.
now the other question is there a book? Because it's not like we're going to come to you every time to...
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Adam, pass me that book, please. Glad you asked that question, too. And that's why I got to write a book, because when I start talking, people be like, damn, bro, you sound like a hater. I ain't no damn hater, because if I was, I wouldn't be showing the damn book.
You're not no hater.
This is the Book of Stones. Alright? Very good book. But this is the old edition. Yeah, this is the old edition. They have a new edition which we do sell here. Alright? Now, that edition is better because this one don't have shungite in it. The new edition which we sell here, which as you can see is sold out, very popular, it has shungite and I think 70-something other stones in it.
Written by?
Here you go. Here you go.
Written by?
Robert Simmons and Naisha Ashin